Hey, I know I just posted a video about me moving and everything, but I thought I'd post something else asking more advice. Um, just to let you know a little bit about myself, I was adopted and didn't know my birth parents. And when I was, I'm 26, when I was 18, I got a phone call from a man named Greg. He claimed to be my biological father. He had my um, half brother and sister um, with him at the time, and the relationship grew after that. And then I started seeing them more and more, and I eventually ended up living with them actually in Texas for probably about 4 months. And shit got really out of hand. I realized later I was being used. I moved out to Texas because Greg had told me that he was getting me a job out there driving pharmaceuticals to hospitals and stuff like that, and nursing homes, and I'd be getting paid like $22 an hour. I thought that was great. That was the only reason why I moved there, because I believe wholeheartedly in taking care of one's family. You know, if the cause is right, you know, if the time calls for it, and you know, you got to do whatever you can to take care of your family. So that's why I moved out there. And come to find out that the job actually was only going to pay $22 a delivery, and the guy that had that ran the place told me that I'd only be getting like 4 deliveries, maybe every week, maybe three to 4 deliveries a week. So I'd be getting about $60 to $80 a week. That was not enough to get me out, to make me even want to go out to Texas for that. So I found that I was being lied to. And in that time, in the I'd say 6 months that I was living in Texas with Greg and my brother, um, I had to pick up 2 jobs. I was working as a waiter, and I was also working at Best Buy. And so I'm working these 2 jobs, and I realized halfway through it that I'm paying his rent, and I'm paying for laundry services too, because we didn't have you know, a washer and dryer. You know, we were living in a really shitty apartment, and you had to go outside to this little outhouse looking place that had the washer and dryer on the other side of the parking lot. And you know, it took $10 to wash your clothes and $10 to dry them. And I'm helping him pay for utilities and stuff like that. And he tried, then, you know, and somehow we're still not making rent. So I figure he's spending my money that I'm giving him, and I'm trying to pay my wife, who was in California with our newborn child at the time, and I'm sending her money so that way she can give him clothes and food and take care of him. And you know, we're about to get kicked out on our asses over here, and he's bitching at me, you know. And I find out that he's been using me this whole time. He wanted me out there just so I could help pay his rent and take care of him, you know. At least that's the way I felt, and that's the way I still feel about it. And if he's watching this, which he probably is by now, sorry, that's just the way I feel. That's the way I felt then, and that's the way I feel now. Um, but we started talking again. He actually, he kicked me out of the house, you know, later on, and told me, you know, he's like, you have to leave, but your wife and son can stay here. And I was like, wow, you are seriously demented if you think that my family's gonna stay in your house while I leave. So anyways, I moved to Missouri and stayed with my aunt, and my family comes with me, and now we're back out in California. I'm not gonna explain why. That's because that would take way too long. So anyways, it's been 3 or 4 years since the last time I talked to them, and my brother I found out he's been trying to contact me, and he called my dad out here in California, I guess you can call him my adopted father. He got a hold of him, and so I figured maybe it is time that I talk to him. Maybe it is time that we try to make amends out of this, even though I didn't want to. I didn't want to talk to either one of them at all, my brother or my father, or Greg, I should say. My sister had nothing to do with it, but you know, I don't like holding grudges, and I figured 4 years was long enough. So I called my brother. I asked him how he got my father's number, and I find out that he 411'd my father. So anyways, so I've recently been talking to them, and they're trying to get me to come out and visit and all this stuff. It's only been like a couple days since we've made amends, and I'm, you know, anybody else would probably be extremely uncomfortable with this, and I am too. But I'm trying to figure out maybe if I'm making the wrong choice, if I'm making all the same mistakes, you know, all over again. I don't want to do that. I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to get pissed off. I waited my whole life to find out who my real biological father was, and find my you know, my blood brother and sister, you know, because I've been hearing about them all my life, and then it's like, this is the way I'm treated, you know. So do I give them the chance? Dude, I mean, they send me you know, they sent me friend requests on Facebook, and it's been like, you know, 4 days now, and I still haven't accepted them yet, and I'm still debating on whether I'm going to, because I just, you know, I feel like I want to start over from scratch. Like, I just want to just keep the relationship completely on the phone, maybe for the next year or two, because that's, I mean, I forgave them, but I'm still pissed. I can't forget about it, you know. So I'm thinking that maybe I'll just keep it on the phone, and I don't know. But they're getting really pushy, especially not Greg so much, but my brother is getting pushy, which is in turn pissing me off, because they're trying to guilt me into coming out there and spending time with them and meeting my nephew, my, you know, newborn nephew, and my soon-to-be newborn niece, and they're, you know, kind of using that against me. I don't care, you know. I love my sister, and I'm sure one day I will meet my nephew and my niece, but at this point I really couldn't care, because it's too soon for that, you know. So let me know what you think, if I should just bite the bullet and give them one last shot and take the risk of possibly being used again, or say fuck them, you know. And if Greg, if you're listening right now, or Scott, if you're listening, Alicia, I'm sorry. That's just the way I feel. You know, I'm not here to be your footstool. I'm not here to be, you know, I want to be a family. You know, I want to be treated as such. I was not around for those times, so you can't expect me to follow your rules. I'm a 26-year-old grown-ass man, and I'm not afraid to put foot to ass for my country or my beliefs. So you know, everyone wants to be respected and loved, and definitely not to be used. And I'm not about to be used again. So I'm thinking about giving them a chance, and I probably am. But I want to just know if I'm making a stupid decision on this or not. So if you think I'm making a dumb decision, if you think I'm being a naive jackass over here, or, you know, let me know, because I really like to hear what you would do in this situation. I like to hear what you know, would you just like I said, would you give him the fingers like fuck you, I'm done? Or would you be like, this is your last warning? You know, the second you fuck up, it's over, done. I'm gonna pretend like I don't even know you at all. And if you do call me, be prepared to get your ass whooped. Like, seriously. Because last time you put my my family in jeopardy, you put my son in jeopardy. I should have killed you. Oh, sorry, kill was a little bit too far. I should have whooped your ass right then and there. I wanted to kill you. That's how mad I was. I should have kicked your ass. Put me out on the street. So sorry about the killing thing. I didn't mean that. I mean, I was prepared to kill you back then. But anyways, so let me know what you think. Okay.